Welcome back and welcome to your Timisoara travel guide. We're going to give you the 5 pros and the 5 cons of Timisoara, Romania. And pro number 1 is the tourist zone. And the tourist zone consists of those 3 squares that Timisoara, Romania is most famous for. You've got Liberty Square, you've got Union Square, and then you've got Victory Square. Now, Victory Square is honestly the most famous of them because at the end of it, it also has the Crucifixion Memorial. And that was in remembrance of the revolution that took place against communism that actually first started in Timisoara, Romania itself. And then right across the street behind it, you have the Metropolitan Cathedral, which is a staple in any Timisoara tour. So when you go to Timisoara City, that is what you want to be looking for, is that particular area of the 3 squares. And you've got wide range of shops, restaurants, big old walking areas. If you're into birds like the durkas like we are, man, you'll have plenty of them to feed. It is the hot spot where to go. All right, we just want to take a brief second here to ask you if you'd hit like on the video and go ahead and subscribe to our channel so that way we can keep producing more content like this for you.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
And then number 2, we're going to go with the trams and the buses. And your best friend is going to be the Move It app.
Yes.
That thing works wonders. It will tell you where every single stop is, tell you which one you need to go on, everything. And outside of being, of course, on foot, it'd be the best way to move around is on those trams and on those buses.
Yep, that's the best way you're going to get around Timisoara.
All right, pro number 3 is going to be the Timisoara nightlife. There is a bunch of lights that is butterflies that goes all the way down. They're a bunch of different colors. It's so pretty. And there's another one that goes all the way down by the restaurants and stuff that are a bunch of just white lights all the way down. And then the fountain is also lit up, the fish fountain. And of course there is the I Love Timisoara sign.
Yep. Okay, and that's going to lead us into pro number 4, the SIM card situation. Vodafone, thank you.
Top notch.
I'm telling you right now, you can, as a tourist, get in there and you can get a 1-month unlimited SIM. And you're spending, what was it, like $8, something like that? It was really low. And you get the Vodafone coverage, which, by the way, if you haven't seen our other videos, like in Albania and whatnot, we love Vodafone.
Yes, we do.
They have amazing deals.
Yeah.
And their coverage is great, and you won't have to worry about data. You'll have unlimited data, and they don't automatically limit you like some places do for like a week, 2 weeks. No, you get the whole month. Perfect.
All right, and then we're going to number 5. Timisoara, Romania likes to boast about their greenery. So there is 36 parks. That is nice, big open area, nice bunch of greenery. So if that is your thing, there you go. We got plenty of them.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, I'll honestly say in a town that is roughly Timisoara, Romania size, I have never seen so many parks in one city. And they're just wide open, big green spaces like she's talking about. It's almost ridiculous. But if green spaces are your thing, hey,
you're good to go.
All right, so that was the 5 pros of Timisoara, Romania. So now it's on to, what I do now, be the bad guy. I really do feel like a bad guy this time around because con number 1, in Timisoara, Romania, whenever you are outside, there is a smell that can only be described as raw sewage, blasting your senses nonstop. It lightens up a little bit in the tourist zone. We noticed that a little bit. It wasn't as constant, but it still kept popping up. But anywhere outside of that, those 3 squares and that cathedral, you start getting into regular Timisoara. Maybe it was the time of year we were there, but it was pervasive. I mean, it would turn your stomach. I'd hate to report this, but the truth is the truth, and wow.
Yeah. All right, now con number 2. Compared to what we have been used to and what we have seen since, it's a little bit more expensive there.
It felt almost like it was getting a little close to the border of should we actually be here, because it was not following with what we had in mind with our budget. Now, your budgets may be obviously way different than ours. We are, like limbo. How low can you go?
Right.
So, with that being the case, if you try to follow and model it after ours, Timisoara, Romania, it's gonna be on the steeper side of things. All right, that leaves con number 3. And I should pre-qualify this by saying if you watch that video that I gave you the card for, the Travel Nightmare, I'm sure that probably played a little bit into our stay there, but I've had several weeks since then to kind of think about it, and it still holds true in my head and my heart. And that would be, in our experience for the time we were there, the people were quite rude.
Yeah.
We had a couple of instances, like say with our eventual Airbnb hosts, they were lovely people.
Very nice, yes.
Very wonderful. And then I think maybe 2 different people in the squares that we'd interacted with that we had some really positive experiences with. Outside of that, every gas station, grocery store, even fellow customers, the ones that love to cut you in line and act like you're not even standing there and haven't been standing there holding arms full of stuff. Rather entitled. The way they interact with you as soon as they hear the English come out of your mouth, all of a sudden it felt, you could feel like tension in the air, and you could feel like a kind of a bad vibe.
Yeah.
Including this one that at a gas station when I went to purchase some smokes, very rude. If we'd have been in the USA, I would have definitely been that guy reporting her to her manager because she was that big of a jerk.
Yeah.
So that was our experiences, was mostly rude folk. All right, we're going to move right on into con number 4. And I'll go ahead and take this one again since I'm the one that's always the one having to book us anyways. I don't know what the deal was, but before Timisoara, Romania, in the months that we've been traveling, and since Timisoara, Romania, not a problem as far as Airbnb goes.
Not a single one.
But for whatever reason, in that city of Timisoara, Romania, getting an Airbnb, and we use Instabook, by the way. For those of you who ain't familiar, Instabook is literally, you don't have to worry about little interviews with the host or, gee, I hope they accept us. None of that nonsense. That's why I use it. Let me let me reserve it, let me be done. Even using that function 3 straight times. If you watch the video, you'll find out. But in 3 straight attempts of trying to book one once we got there, it was within 2 minutes of booking it, here come a message from the host. Hey, I need you to cancel this because the room is not available. Well, great. I mean, once, boo-boos happen. But then literally a few minutes later, the second one. And then the third one. Come on. I don't know what the deal is between Airbnb and Timisoara. But if anybody from Airbnb or any host from Timisoara, Romania is paying attention to this, y'all need to get your wires connected better. Because that, after a long, hot train ride and a nightmare travel to your city, was just the icing on that cake.
Messed up day. Yeah.
So, there you go. Con number 4.
All right, then we're going to go with con number 5. Unfortunately, once you get done with all the squares and everything, there's not really much else to do.
I wish, we're not, overly difficult people to please.
We're not, no.
We don't need bells and whistles galore. But we literally just would wander around and if you love parks, great.
There you go, you got plenty of them.
Got plenty to look at. If you're not into the party scene or drinking scene or any of that nightlife nonsense, then you're gonna be pretty bored. Once you get done with the actual tourist zone, that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. All right, so there you have it. Those are the 5 pros and the 5 cons as we see it for Timisoara, Romania. I have to honestly say, in the times that we've been doing these videos, that Timisoara, Romania was the first time, and honestly only time now since then, that I would view it more con than pro.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, those 3 squares are absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
If you are into the architecture and the beauty of those areas, they are a must-see. They really are a treat. Outside of that, I pretty much think you can pass and you can skip it and your life will be just fine and no worries. That's at least our take on
That's our opinion, yeah.
So, take that for what it's worth. All right, well, we've had fun doing this yet again for you. We look forward to the next city that we'll be giving you your pros and cons for. Stay tuned for one of these 2 videos coming up here, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.